Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Eric Beeve, and today I have one of the most clutch wins in a Fortnite Battle Royale, at least duo. It's an entire full 100-person lobby. Me and Yark Monk ended up coming up with the win. Uh, it took us a good amount of time to get there. We had a good amount of kills, not anything incredible, obviously. Um, but you'll see. It's got a cool ending. We do really good on loot. We do really good on eliminations, as I stated, and overall, we play it really well. We build really well. We were in sync the entire time. Our communication and chemistry was amazing. I'm breaking this down a little bit too much, but let's get right into the commentary. We decided to land at Salty Springs. This and the factory, and maybe the houses between Salty Springs and Retail Row, are like our two favorite places to land. Well, favorite places. Um, Mostly because you get a good amount of eliminations coming out of there, uh, and plus you get you have quite an area to cover. You have stuff like you have 3 buildings at the factory. You have a lot of buildings at Solly, obviously, and then you have 2 buildings that have really good loot in between those 2 areas. But the only bad thing about one of our spots, the factory, is that most people know about it. It's pretty common, and we don't usually use it a lot when we win, at least. As you can see, we uh, we we started rushing these people, which probably wasn't a smart idea, but I knock one. This guy knocks me. I get knocked a lot in this game, but again, we were just going for eliminations. I think Monk ends up with 8. I end up with 5, which isn't incredible, obviously. With 13 in total is amazing. We do share a lot of our ammo and stuff like that really well. I cut out all of my knocks and stuff. Like as soon as I get knocked, they just cut to me getting revived. Not to, because you can see me obviously getting knocked. It's not me badly editing. Knock one there. 160. The green tack is a lot underrated. There we go. We get him. Eric Monk gets that. Then I come through with double pumps. I like double pumps more than I like. I like double pumps probably more than I like the pump and tack or pump and AR. Just like that. Organizing my inventory. I have no healables right now. We can come through with any healables. Like, we decided that Monk was gonna stack bandages, and that's about it. I do end up stacking, I think 2 med kits, but that's nothing giant. We did share resources really well, like ammo and stuff. With all the eliminations we got, we all ended up with a crap ton of wood. But other than that, it was nothing too special, just an average victory. With no 30 kill game or anything like that. We could have rushed a little bit more, but then we probably would have gotten kill happy and then got ourselves into a giant pickle. Like, that's what me and Monk play duos a lot, if you can't tell. And our biggest problem is like getting sandwiched between 2 groups and just do duos and getting destroyed. Another problem we have is like one of us will get a scar, but one of us will have a green AR or something, or a gray AR, and then one person will do a lot of damage and knock one person, and one of us will do a lot of damage with the scar, and then knock one, and then all we have left is like a gray AR. So we don't always get lucky on loot, which we decided what we were going to do is we were going to drop as much ammo and as much resources as we can just to split it equivalently and go and rush people, obviously. I see I dropped that pump there for Monk so he can have double pumps. See, I don't have any resources at all right now, but it's crazy. Like, I think I hit one guy, and he was like, he was obviously just destroying trees. He's actually right up here, I think, if I remember correctly. Sorry I couldn't live cam this. There were other people in my party, and it was kind of awkward live camming. It was kind of awkward live camming, and we were just freaking out. Next victory I get with him, I will do a live cam though. See, this is where I make my mistakes. I hit him a lot. He did 45 damage to me. And that's kind of incredible. Like, I had 45 damage left, and with one shot, he ended me. I don't know if it was from his tack or what, but he got me. This guy kept on getting 5 and 7 damage to the head. I know there was some range there, but other than that, nothing too crazy. I probably should have knocked him, or eliminated him because his buddy was already dead. And I did get knocked back there. See, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just did get knocked. You can see. I'm just cutting it out just to save time, so it doesn't take as long to render and upload. Other than that, there's no excuses. I got knocked. See, I decided to stack the advantages now because I think he ended up getting a sniper or something, and we said, alright, you keep the sniper. And notice I don't use the minigun at all because there's nobody fording in this game. We decided to build up this mountain. Yeah, we were playing more aggressive than I'm used to for this. For duos, I'm not usually aggressive in duos, even though squads, I'm probably passive, and then just solo, I just go for everything. It's stupid. That's why I don't have a crap ton of solo wins. I only have like 2 or 3. We decided to push Shifty here because we didn't think anybody looted it, to be honest, and turned out people did. So, because you'll see, we have a little altercation with another duo. I think it was actually only one person, but you'll see. We put a lot of damage into people also. Like, we get a lot of headshots and stuff. Like, we knock people's shields really quickly. Now, what I was debating on doing there is destroying the trap or not. Now, you're probably thinking, why wouldn't you just destroy the trap with the minigun or the AR? But what I was thinking is, there's probably people behind us because of how active we've been. There's people chasing us or something. So we said, why not leave the traps there, and then, because Monk placed one and there was one already set. And now that we're in the top 35, we kind of know we have to get moving into the middle of the circle so we can maybe ford up or do something of that sort. We see this place has been looted, and we see those little stairs, so we're like, yeah, somebody obviously got here and dipped pretty recently, because they're heading for the circle, if you can't tell. One thing I don't do enough is bring up my map. Like, at the beginning, the only time I bring out my map is at the beginning, when we're dropping, obviously, and then that's it. Now, another debate we had here is push tilted, or obviously just go around, get to the soccer field. We saw that tilted was half in the circle, half not, and we were like, that's the most dangerous part, because if obviously basically a quarter to half of the lobby lands at tilted every time, and we were like, okay, so everybody's gonna get pushed to one half of tilted, and that's gonna be super aggressive. So we decided to dip out on that. I keep saying dip. It's so dangerous running in tilted or places like tilted. Not pleasant anymore. Let's think. Tilted, retail row, places like that. They're so crowded if half of it is in the circle. And obviously the circle half. We do come into a couple of altercations. I do get down one more time this game. I know that's a lot. I basically got carried by Monk. But other than that, yeah, his highest, both of our highest ever elimination games are 11. Now, that's not anything crazy because we're obviously not the greatest players ever. But we thought that maybe if we try, let's say try, if we try to get a crap ton of eliminations, we'll do good. But we don't. we kind of every time we go for this 11 and 15 elimination games, we end up short. So this guy's a rocket launcher, okay? He misses me once, and this is what ticked me off. I headshot him, and it only did 44 damage. If I get knocked, see, I'm not cutting it out. I obviously got knocked. I'm just trying to save time so it's easier to render. So I take the minigun, because I think he took a sniper. And obviously, not that semi-auto one. He got this bolt, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he dropped it or something, because he didn't use it much at the end of the game, which really where you snipers come in handy when you have bases across the circle and you're sniping from base to base. But other than that, I really can't think of an idea that happened except he just dropped it. We come in here to med up. Well, I med up out there, and we had no shield basically the entire game. And that probably would have come in handy later, but I do pick up a slurp, but I drop it. No, I don't. I thought I dropped it, but because he was still healing up, I didn't know. I guess. And we do meet one more person here. Two more people here, actually. As you can see, Monk has gotten all the eliminations basically this far. I think he has 5 at this point, and then we both end up with 3. We decided to push up this mountain to try to get the high ground on the remaining 9 teams, or there's actually singles in there, so I don't know. Well, 8 teams, because we're the 9th. I dropped him bandages because he said he wanted to stack them. See this person? I put 31 onto him with 1 shot. I don't know how I missed I missed every single one of those shots, but I have double green pumps, so I said screw it, let's push. And then he ended up going into the gas station, so I pushed him again. Oh, Monk knocked him. I end him. He had a chug jug, which I dropped for William because, or Monk William, whatever we call him. I dropped for him because he was really like he had like half shield before this, and then that guy did some good damage to him. Our tactic to ever sandwiching people is we always have either, if it's in a building, like a storage building, we'll have one person run to the basement and we'll not come in from the sides. Like we always want somebody to have high ground, one person have low ground on them, just so. Because if you have double pumps and people are on each side of you, it's really no chance. Because of how incredible double pumps are. Obviously we're going to push to the circle and go up that mountain as we said. But we do come into another battle building up the mountain, and we decide to take this last person out. There was a lot of singles in this. That probably helped us a lot. A lot of singles. And we also followed everybody else's building in this game. So, like, we came up behind people and snuck on them and stuff like that. There's somebody down there. I call him out. And a good part of the new call-out system, well, it's not new anymore, it was added in with the update with like tilted towers and stuff, is that it gives the exact number of somebody. So there's that little arrow thing on the top, and it has the number on top that reads the exact, so you don't have to make an estimate, and it makes it much easier to call out direction. So he's getting shot at. I thought that we were falling back, but then he gets him again. I know, he's clutch. I give him the shield potion, and we run through, get everything we need real quick. I thought that he had double green pumps at this point, or else I would have dropped the one that I saw back there. Well, I would have called it out for him, but there was this one there anyways, so it didn't really matter. There was 2 big shield potions that guy had, so we both got one. So now I'm at full 75. I'm at full health with 75 shield, and he's at 75 health with 50 shield. So that helped us out. We had pretty good health the entire game, except shield. Like I said earlier, like we had no shield basically the entire game, but health was always pretty high. Like we always had bandages or med kits or something. At one point I had 3 med kits stacked earlier in this game. But as we approach like sort of the end of this game, see, I cannot get up. Like, I think I actually end up losing health here. I fall. No, this is not you. Oh yeah, watch this. Real smooth. You'll see me. I think this is the time I climb up this mountain and I just fall. Um, it's embarrassing watching yourself fall on film because you're like, well, I probably could have got that person. I knock one. Eliminated the other. Well, Monk eliminated him for me. I eliminate him with a headshot with the pump. And then that chug jug runs down there, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll grab that and use it. There's another green pump up here, and then I grab the med kit. The blue bolt. Now, this is where my conspiracy comes in, that he dropped that bolt. Because when that guy fell out, I didn't see a bolt drop out of him. I think he dropped the bolt for the rocket launcher. So that's what I thought happened to that sniper. I grabbed that blue AR. I don't think Monk had a scar. Neither of us had a scar, I don't think. There's 7 people left. So I grabbed this chug jug for the med kit. And I think I pop it right here, yeah. He takes the med kit because he needs full health, obviously. So that gives him 100 health, 50 shield, and I have full everything. We start to push just a crap ton. You'll see us. We go off. Like, I have 4 eliminations. I think he has 7 at this point. And I mark every single supply drop towards the final circle. This is why. Because when you see people going for it, or if they try to mark it again, always check the HP on the supply drop. This is why. You'll see what we do here. We see other people going for it, like people run by it. There's people, I think it was like 375, 395 or something like that, right across there next to that gas station type area. So we decided to ford up a little bit. That's a weird glitch. You get sent into the air when somebody places like the slabs right under you, like the floors. We don't know where the other team is. We know there's 3 teams left. We don't know where the teams are. A good tip here, if you don't know where the teams are, exactly what we're doing. Build a tower that's safe as it can possibly be. This is why, because if somebody hits you with rocket launchers, that's giving up their location, so you can move out of there, build your way over to them, and then from there you pretty much got an easy push. And then after that it's pretty simple. I like to do this where you put I build that floor over there twice when I didn't mean to, but what I'm trying to do is I'm placing floors underneath the stairs, and then I'm placing, see, I do it again, and then I'm placing just the walls right over those right behind the stairs, and then again I'm placing stuff around them just so we have a nicely built fort. Again, I do wall, floor. Now, a smart idea to save wood is to probably use like the pyramid roofs thing, and like only use one, like what we did right there. We use that pyramid thing just to protect us. That's just to save wood, just because if you want to build up another level, you just have to keep that pyramid. Instead of wasting 20 wood on each side, you can only waste 10. I know it's not a giant decrease, but still, it helps out. So we decide that those people are dead because this group over here eliminated them, and from here on, I'm just gonna let you guys listen here up in the last part of this video. Listen to our reaction, because it's been a while since me and Monk have gotten a duo win. So I see these people up by this tree, and I take a few shots at him. I knock his shield. That guy didn't even have shield. When you see I hit him, he didn't even have shield. I didn't know how that was a headshot. That should have probably done 60 some damage. So see, as you can see, every time we see somebody we build. So I don't know how this guy's not dead yet. He has like, he's one shot, obviously. Either that or he's one shot. I don't know how else to say it. But we just start following these people. They build up the mountain, and I just start following them. I'm pushing with the pump, and I'll let you guys listen from here on.
Knock one.
Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah. That's getting posted, boy. That's getting posted.